What is going on, YouTube? I need to get you away from that horrible angle because this off-season face does not do well from down here. So, another day, another dollar. Today, it's just another day, another dollar. Always morning strolls with missus. I'm going to show you everything that I eat today on a rest day, which is sitting about like 4,300 calories. But more importantly that, I actually want to talk you through maybe like a few points or like a little bit of a story of like the things that I've learned, and I'll get Steph to chuck in things as well, about moving abroad. It's been more so Dubai. So moving to Dubai. I've been here now this is my 5th year, and Steph's been here for about 4. So I think between us today, we'll kind of give you an insight on what it is to like to move to Dubai, the Middle East, just moving your life away from, maybe it could be like the Western world in a sense. So yeah, I think that would be a good little topic, along with some fitness shit as well. So for now, let's get some coffee.
So the year end is from the 1st of January to the 31st of December.
Okay guys, morning block is done of work, and I always fast. If you know me, I do fast quite a bit. If I'm in prep or in the off season, I'm not a huge morning eater. Probably not the best in the off season, but I think it's good because it gives the gut a little bit of a rest and it helps with appetite slightly. So all I do in the growing phase, I guess we can call it, is I just condense those meals just a little bit closer together, and I just make them more calorie dense. So that's as simple as it is. So first meal is just going to be beef, mince, veggies, and rice. And then I got a bagel in the toaster. We're gonna have some nut butter on there and an egg. That is literally it. But I'll put macros and everything around my face somehow. So, Dubai, and I guess moving your life abroad. It's gonna be very different for many different people. For me, I had very little risk. So, 2020, lockdowns, COVID, right? In the November, I had the opportunity to come here. So in the November of 2020, I had the opportunity to come here. I was working with a business mentor at the time, and they had a big kind of meetup here. And Dubai was open, like the flights were still available. It was a really eerie experience going to like Heathrow, so London Heathrow, and just no one there. But yeah, flew to Dubai, didn't really know what to expect. Was just like, in that November period as well, we had like a month lockdown in the UK to free up Christmas, all that sort of shit that we know now as bollocks. So I didn't want to go back to the cold. It was getting cold in the UK. I didn't want to go back to training in a fucking shed. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to go to Dubai for this month, for this 3 weeks, until everything reopens again in the December. And in that 3 weeks, I met so many people, I networked, and I think that's the power of this place. I got contacts to set up my business here. I got contacts for letting agents for homes, all this sort of stuff. So literally, that's when it all kicked off. Continuing on from that, complete loss where I was. I was just putting fucking peanut butter on my bagel. Anyway, I'll show you that quickly and it might jog my memory. There you go. There's that meal. So from that November, I literally messaged the visa company to get my business set up here, and in the space of 2.5 months, I had my business set up and I had my residency, I had my visa. So in the January or December 31st, I packed up 3 bags. I had a shared apartment in London. I gave my sister all my furniture. We broke our lease. I literally said to the landlord in London, I was like, because of COVID, I've got no money. I can give you 2 months rent, and that's literally it. So I literally packed up my bags and left. That was literally it. I got the last flight out of here on New Year's night. And then the UK went into a big lockdown for 16 weeks. So for me, I didn't really have any ties. I literally just had shit that I could just give away. I know for Steph it was a little bit different as well. Like Steph obviously has little Madam here. She had Madam in Australia. She had Car, all that sort of stuff, which is a little bit easier. But I'll get her insight into it, to like what was it like relocating as well. The first year is hard, and maybe Steph can kind of dive into that with you as well a little bit. But the first year is hard. It does feel, it takes a long time to get settled. I think people make out it's easier than it is. It takes a long time to get settled and kind of just understand how it all works here, because you're moving to the Middle East. It's very different. So I'm going to pick a few topics before I ramble too much. I'm going to pick a few topics a little bit later, and I'll sit and go through those with you as well, and give Steph's insight as well, because it will be nice from her aspect as well.
I fully missed the move. So it is riskier to be out.
Alright guys, meal 2. It's been a bit of a full-on day. 120 grams of rice, chicken, banana, cinnamon, the usual, goat meal. Probably what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'll probably sit down and film like the Dubai stuff, and yeah, I'll probably just sit down and probably just chat shit maybe for like 10 minutes at the end, to be completely honest. It's just a little bit easier, because I'm terrible at making things flow, so I might as well make this vlog flow a little bit smoother. So I did, yeah, because I've got a bunch of topics there to go over with the whole moving abroad, all that sort of stuff. So I'll sit down tomorrow for probably like 10 minutes at the end, and explain the ins and outs of stuff. So yeah, but for now I'm going to eat this, watch a bit more YouTube, and we're actually going to make burritos tonight. We haven't done burrito night in ages, so I'm going to make some burritos. So you get to see that, and another meal. So 4 meals total today. Alright guys, the sleepiness level is starting to kick in now. So we do have burritos for dinner, but I gotta eat a lot of food. Oh, obviously I got some treatment today, hence all the leprosy spots on me. As usual, I got that kind of last meal as well, which is rice once again. Boom. Oh, that's Steph's bum. Fucking hell, what have I done with this camera? There we go. Rice, 2 scoops of whey protein, mango, blueberry, banana. That is my dessert after burritos. So got to should I do it in the fridge? I'm gonna put it back in the fridge. Go. Gotta love eating this much. And burritos, we've got some tortilla wraps. I think we've got 8 of those, and then we've got coriander, because Steph likes coriander, lemons, tomatoes, peppers. Steph's got some rice left over, chicken, which is in, what have we cooked it in, or what have I cooked it in? We got the fucking terrible camera angle skills. We got the El Paso, we got the burrito thing, whatever it is, the seasoning, a little bit of that. We got some guacamole, we got some chunky salsa, black beans, and I believe that is it. So we're going to do this. Steph is now a crypto queen, so she is getting into her side hustle, and that's what she's been pretty much doing a lot of the day. And we have a sleepy pooch. I'm just literally narrating whilst we are. Oh, look at you. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, Mum. But yeah, tomorrow, I promise I'll sit down for a good 10 minutes and break down moving abroad, because I know that's a question that everyone wants to dive into. So I'll do that. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, I am back, and I want to dive into, obviously, moving abroad, Dubai, because I get those questions probably the last fucking 4 years, to be honest. Steph might pop her head into the door. She said she's just downstairs in the gym, stretching. So there's a few little topics that I want to dive into. I won't keep it too long. So I've got them written down. So facing your fears and obviously relocating. Kind of like I said before, like in the section, like I just packed up my bags and moved. Like I had nothing to lose. I think the nice thing is now being probably the age I am, like many of us, that we have the opportunity. Our families are very settled where they are. So worst comes to worst, just fucking go home if it doesn't work out, right? But you got to take those risks. That's literally it, and it's pretty fucking straightforward. So, couple of the myths of Dubai is they're probably not myths anymore because I think Dubai now has probably established itself pretty well, and it's quite obvious that it's not. Girls can wear a bikini if they want to, etc., right? All this sort of stuff. The cost is maybe one. So we have like a duplex apartment here. We do obviously in the new year we want to upgrade and move to a bigger place. But this place costs maybe £300 more than me renting a room in London where I was before. I was paying £900 roughly on rent in the UK, and that was before council tax, that was before bills, that was before anything, right? So that was just a room. That was a room. So that was £900, and this place is about £1,200 to £1,300, give or take. And that's it. We have a gym here. We have a pool. We have incredible locations. We have a big size balcony. Like, the actual cost of living here isn't that expensive, to be honest, if I'm comparing to the southeast of England. And again, it could be like if you're comparing it to New York, LA, Sydney, like many cool places in the world where you'd want to go live. This is actually very affordable. So that's one. Bills are pretty low here. Summertime it's a bit more expensive because the ACs are rocking a little bit harder. But the rest of the AC could be off because the winter months are really good climate. You only have two bills to pay. Technically, you have your DIWA, which is your water, electricity, etc. We have gas bottles for actually our cookers, so a bit old school. But we have gas, so a gas bottle for the cooker is like 15 quid for the month, so very, very cheap. I don't really know what other myths there are about Dubai, to be honest. I think cost is obviously one. It's very expat, it's very international. People here from all walks of life. The US, Russia, UK, there's a few Australians. But just a huge variety of people, just for networking opportunities, is just mind-blowing. I think that's another topic. Okay, rent versus lifestyle. Yeah, I guess that's kind of, I dabbled into that. Like, the reality is, if you want to go here, if you want to go fucking spend millions, it's very easy. The first year living here, you definitely get screwed over because you pay extra. It's just too much for little things. Like, you pay too much for food because you don't know where a butcher's is. You pay too much for this because you don't know the deals. Over time, you realize that you can have a bit more of a voice here. Like, if you have rent, you can kind of negotiate what your rent can be. You can barter a little bit more here, which is nice on certain things. And that's always a really nice thing to do. But of course, like, Dubai lifestyle, it can be very expensive, like anywhere else. Like, if you want to go and spend a shit ton of money in London, like, you can fucking do it, right? Like, it's very easily done. But over the years, you just kind of get very secure with kind of who you are. After you've lived here for a while, you realize that you find amazing little restaurants that are just so cheap and cheerful, and they're better than all the fancy bullshit restaurants. I fucking hate those serving sizes that are just shit. That's small and terrible. But like anywhere in the world, guys, if you live to your means, I guess. So the more you earn, you might do some nicer things. Setting up a business in Dubai, I recommend everyone to do this properly. Dubai can be very, very, very frustrating and tricky, can be a little bit backwards. So I was very fortunate to just get the right contacts. I was able to get the company to do it all. So I actually did all this in the UK when I was back in that November period, like I said. So I came back from Dubai after that November period. So December, I literally got my business set up. So business setup, it varies. There's a lot of different companies out here. Personally, I would always opt to pay a little bit more on your business setup and your renewal each year, purely for safety, security, and effort and time, to be completely honest. So spend a little bit more doing it. There is companies that can do it probably really fucking cheap, But when you're doing stuff like that, I don't recommend it. Normally when you set up your business the first time, they'll give you a visa in that, so you'll have a 2-year visa. You have to renew your business every year, so that is kind of like your taxes, because taxes are non-existent here. So that's kind of like your tax, I guess, is your business renewal. And then every 2 years, or depending on what visa you pay for, will be a visa renewal as well every 2 years. So be prepared every 2 years to have the business, and then you'd have your visa on top of that. Every year you have your business renewal. But yeah, I just recommend doing that problem. If you've got any questions on this, guys, let me know. That's absolutely fine, because I remember doing this literally like fucking WhatsApping a guy like my passport IDs, and then I transfer over to thousands of pounds to this random fucking person. And it was all over WhatsApp, because in Dubai, everything's over WhatsApp. If you want your sports masseuse to come to you, if you want food from the supermarket to come to you, if you want something from the pharmacy to come to you, you literally just WhatsApp the local shop and they send it to you. So it's built for you to be very productive and entrepreneurial here. Banking, I guess this is more business stuff as well. So banking, when I first got here, there was like 3, maybe 4 banks, and it's very old school. It's still a little bit old school. There's more options now, but I remember going in and the banking process was just so old school. Like, you had like this massive fucking stack of paperwork you'd have to sign. You'd have to have a proper meeting. This is just to open a bank account, like a real simple thing, just to open a bank account. Like now you can just go online, you can just open a bank account. So setting up a bank account was a little bit annoying. I did it with Emirates NBD. I still have an account with them. I just don't use it, to be honest. Now there is Wio, or Wio, however you want to say it. I say Wio. Wio is absolutely amazing. It's almost like a Revolut. So it's like if anyone knows what Revolut is, it's like a online banking service. They have business accounts and personal accounts. So myself and Steph both have a business and personal account with Wio. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So simple. It's just done through your Emirates ID. It's just done through your business, and that's literally it. It's so simple, and it just gets delivered to you. And it's just all over an app. If you want cash out, super easy. They're affiliated with a couple of banks here, so it's a piece of piss. So easy. But yeah, so I would recommend that. I'm not like be sick if I was affiliated with a bank, but I'm not. But yeah. The hardest thing that I found, it was actually okay for me, because to be honest, like when I moved here, before I met Steph, I was single for a fucking good period of time, right? So moving here was actually easy, because I'm very independent. I'm a bit of an introvert, so being on my own is fine, but it can be hard for people when they move here. It can be a bit isolating. But honestly, I'm very good at just messaging people. I used to message people all the time. I still do. Like, hey, do you want to do a podcast? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Do you want to try and meet up? You have to do that. You have to meet new people here, and to network. But the opportunity is there. The opportunity to meet amazing people is there. You just have to get out your comfort zone to do so. And there's so many networking events here. I'm guilty. I should do more of them. But things that take me out of routine, I'm like, ugh. So there's many networking events, whatever field of work you're in. Obviously, the fitness space is huge here, so the opportunity to network is incredible. Obviously, through Instagram and even things like silly, like Facebook groups and stuff like that. It's absolutely wild. There's even apps for it and stuff like that, like big apps that networking and business stuff in Dubai is huge. I guess that kind of answers finding the right people and opportunities. I think opportunities are always going to be there for you if you're willing to put yourself out there. It's like when people say like, oh, you're lucky. I'm like, not really. I'm definitely not lucky, for sure. Or not just me, but just in general, when people say that term. Luck is just a form of someone that's always out there, so luck would come to them. It's like an opportunity. Opportunities come to you because you're always putting yourself out there. So I would say that's one of like the biggest things. The extreme wealth gap in Dubai. Yes, there is. Of course, this is the Middle East still, and over the years of being here, I love the Middle East dramatically. I really do. I do really appreciate the culture. Just how they build their cities and their countries is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I do have a massive respect for the Middle Eastern community, if that's what you call it. I feel very at home here. So coming from the UK and London and coming to the Middle East, like it's very different culture, very, very fucking different. And that takes time. That's a big thing. That first year of here takes time to get used to. But the culture here, and you just feel so welcomed. You feel so welcomed and you feel accepted, which is absolutely amazing. But the reason why Dubai is very good and it's growing at such a rate is there is a wealth difference. You obviously have the extreme wealth, you have middle class, whatever you want to call it, and you have the labour, in a sense. So, obviously it's a bit like, people from the UK can relate to it. It used to be when like Eastern Europeans all used to come to the UK for work, because they would get more money, they would do really well, they'd work longer hours, and they used to build phenomenal, right? If it was building or whatever it was. It's kind of the same here. So everything from the Philippines, Pakistan, India, African countries all have the ability to come here, earn money, provide for their families. They get to live for free, eat for free, and yeah, that's it. And then they are, in a sense, the service industry. They are the builders, they are the workers, and yeah, there is a big extreme for sure, but it just becomes part of it. When you're here, you experience it, and you can build your own opinion on it. So I'll kind of leave it at that. So yeah, that's literally it. Really, how Dubai forces you to level up, because everybody else is fucking doing it. It's that simple. Obviously, there's many ways of being inspired. I just think if I look at my circle of people that I speak to on a day-to-day, or the contacts in my phone and stuff like that, every single one of these people, a lot of them live here, and these guys and girls inspire me so much. They're doing better than me in all forms, whether that's physique and the business and as a human, whatever you call it. You don't get a choice. You just level up. It's just such an again, when you put yourself in any environment that forces you to be better, you become better, and that allows you to be better. Everyone here wants the best for you. I think that's the nice thing. Coming from the UK, it was always like, what's in it for me? Like, if I help you, well, what do I get in return? Here, it's just like, yeah, no worries. Message this guy, he'll help you out. Or if you need some work doing, or if you need some whatever it is, here's a number, he'll help you out. And everyone's just willing to help you out here, because you realize, like, the world's big enough for all of us. And if we want to achieve success in our life, whatever that comes down to, we realize there's enough people in the world to earn our living from, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think that's kind of it in a nutshell. I think that's kind of all the ones that I got. What I might do is ask Steph a couple of these and bonfire when she comes in from stretching, and see what she says. If I don't post that, it means she can't be bothered to be on camera, or she doesn't want to be on camera. Or maybe she's just having a Sunday mode and she doesn't want to talk about it, which is fine. So we'll catch you next time. But yeah, guys, I think that's everything. So, bit of a random one, this one. So I'll see you in the next one. But we're back. We are fucking back. And I want to stay back. I keep saying that, but stay more consistent, because this is where I shine. Just doing shit like this.